What's going on, Schmoedown fans? Welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Schmoedown. I'm former Star Wars champion Andrew and Nicki Dimalanta.
And I'm Star Wars competitor Nicki Dimalanta.
We have an episode to go over today. We got 3 matches.
We sure do.
So a Star Wars match and a Friday Night Titans, a big Friday Night Titans to go over. Like we always say, it's like big Friday Night Titans. Like every overcard for Friday Night Titans for the past couple of weeks have been like, number one contender match, title match.
I'm telling you.
I believe this week is another title match.
We are approaching Collision.
Yeah.
I don't know that a date has actually been announced for that yet.
The card really hasn't been announced except for Star Wars.
Right.
So,
but I don't know. You never know what's going to happen. There's a lot of twists and turns. I'm assuming Collision's going to be happening soon.
Very soon. I mean, it's
already mid-June.
Mid-June, yeah.
So, I don't know. I assume if it was happening in June, we would have known by now.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine probably sometime later in July, if I had to assume.
Yeah.
But time will tell. I'm sure that we'll be told soon enough.
Yeah. And apologies, this episode is going up a day late. We were recording we usually record on Sundays.
That's right.
We record on a Monday. We decided to record on today because it was Father's Day. And
yeah, it was Father's Day.
We had a lazy day.
Yeah.
So
we did have a lazy day, and that's okay. Lazy days are good.
Yes.
Especially, like, we've just been having too much eventful days lately, so lazy days are good.
Yeah, we had a whole Radcast talking about the month of May and how crazy it was.
I do enjoy a lazy day from time to time. Like, I know that's like the running joke of, like, is the older you get, the more it's like, when you're a kid, it's like, what'd you do this weekend? It's like,
we didn't do anything all day.
All day. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Little lady.
Yeah, we didn't do anything all day.
Yeah, but when you're an adult, it's like, I did nothing.
I did absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. It was everything I could have ever imagined it to be. It was
absolutely
fantastic.
Nothing.
Sat on the couch and looked at TikToks all day long.
Sounds like a good Saturday to me.
Yeah.
So or Sunday or any day, really. Yeah. Sitting on the couch, watching stuff. Star Wars probably, but also maybe other stuff. But yeah, no. Doing nothing is, because that was one thing that was like when I did go into work and it was like, Monday would roll around or whatever. And people stop on my desk. I'm like,
What?
And they're like, would you
shut up, stupid?
Pretty much. No, I mean, I'm sure people can relate. Like, I'd be sitting at my desk at my computer trying to work, and I see somebody coming out of my periph, and I can tell who it is. And I'm just like, no, please don't stop at my desk. Look really busy. Type really intently. Type really intently. Look at something in the drawer. Type. And I'm just in my head, I'm like, please don't. Hey, good morning.
How long have we been stuck in this conversation for?
Exactly. What'd you do this weekend? I'm like,
nothing.
I don't have a good answer for you. I mean, it's good for me.
Yeah.
But it's like, I went to this place and that place. I did this and I did that. And I'm like, good for you. I sat at home in the comfort of my own home and I relaxed. I didn't have to deal with anybody.
Do you think if we had annual Disney passes, we'd be there like maybe at least once a month? I mean, the older our daughter gets.
The older she gets, maybe.
Yeah.
Right now, probably not.
Really? I'll probably be just going alone. Just like, I'm going to go to Galaxy's Edge.
Well, that's not fair.
Hey, Allison,
I get to go alone.
And the Deacons, you guys want to meet me at Disney?
Whatever. In this economy, an annual pass? Hello?
Yeah, they're very. Then there's from what I understand, there are like tiers to the annual passes. There's like,
well, what's the lowest?
I think it's like
where like every other day is a blackout day.
I was talking to my coworker about it. Like, he's not exact. Well, he is and isn't my coworker. I work part time with this marketing agency. But yeah, he's like, we had to cancel our annual passes. It was just getting too expensive. I was like, oh, how much is it? And he told me the price. I'm like, yeah, and that was the low one. I'm like, the low one?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it's so ball-meltingly hot sometimes that I don't want to go because like I feel like most of your time spent at a theme park is just shuffling around in like massive groups of people.
Yeah.
Where people are just like, and not like looking where they're going and they like cut into your path or whatever. And it's just like, oh my God, I need to go home. First of all, I need to take a shower because I'm disgusting. And second of all, I don't want to be around anybody anymore. So, yeah.
And Disney World is so like gigantic. It's several, like when you think Disney World, I think a lot of people might think of like Magic Kingdom. And it's like Magic Kingdom is its own like small little park. You still have Epcot and Hollywood Studios, like, you know what I mean? It's
MGM's not a thing anymore. That's Hollywood.
Hollywood Studios. Okay. But like, you know what I mean? But like from what I hear, you can walk across Disneyland in 15 minutes, like from one end to the other. It's like such a confined park, but Disney World's like all over the place.
Is it the kind of thing where, you know, when you go to Universal, I haven't been to a theme park in a minute, but like, you know how when you go to Universal, it's like, do you have to buy a ticket for Universal and then a separate ticket if you want to go to Islands of Adventure, or can you float?
If you get a park hopper, you can hop between the two parks.
Is it the same way for Disney?
Yes.
Oh,
you can either get, because that when we went for Galaxy's Edge, we bought Hollywood Studio tickets. It's because it's in Hollywood Studios. So, but if you want to, there obviously the park hopper is like mad expensive.
Well, yeah, I haven't been to Disney in a hot minute.
Yeah.
I think the closest I've been is Disney Springs, which is not the same.
No,
that's just like walking around a Disney.
It's like mall. It's an outlet mall. It's basically a Disney theme outlet,
which is it's fun if you just want a day to get out and be about.
They do that Christmas tree thing every year.
That
was a lot of fun
because the weather's usually nicer, and
our daughter loves Christmas trees.
She like loves seeing those Christmas trees.
Yeah.
She had a ball. But yeah, no. Oh no. I mean, I would go to a theme park. I go to a theme park with friends. That was the last time we went to a theme park, was with friends. Where did we go?
We went to Galaxy's Edge.
Galaxy's Edge.
We spent our entire time at Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah. That was fun because when you're standing in line for, 10 hours, at least you have people to talk to.
And they knew their ways around it too. Like,
that's true.
They know the ins and outs of like, hey, let's reserve our time in here. And like, I remember when we had the blue milk for the first time and we were going to stand in that stupid line, like, use your app and order it with the app. So all you have to do is just go up to the counter and
they
grab
know what they're
it.
doing.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Deacons. Shout out to
Allison and Amber
and Maxwell.
Yeah.
They really know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I did.
I think if I was to go to like Disney World again or go to Disneyland in like Anaheim, I'd probably try to have somebody that's been there a lot.
Yeah.
Or somebody that works there, because I know a couple people that work at Disneyland.
And they had that photo thing.
Yeah.
So that was nice.
Yeah.
They're like, how we have this like crazy, photo pass, whatever. And
that was awesome. I'm so glad because the Deacons this was the last opportunity they had to use it. So it's like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
we got some really cool pictures.
Sick Falcon pictures and whatever.
It's awesome.
I almost left my purse on the Falcon.
Yeah, and Smuggler's Run.
That was fun.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So I don't know. Theme parks are kind of all right, but it's so hot and people get all ornery when it's hot, including me. I'm like, I don't want to be here
That's
anymore.
something that Anaheim has over Orlando. It's like, because when we went to the celebration, people were like, oh my God, it's going to be so hot. It's like, this is nice.
Like, oh my God, it's 80. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
And?
At least the 80 doesn't stick to you and make it feel like 102.
At least you got a breeze.
Yeah.
Sit
breeze
in the shade and it's nice.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Not like here. Here, everything's soft and smooth. No. Everything's hot
humidity.
and humid.
It gets everywhere. Yeah.
Anyways.
How do we get to theme parks?
You
asked about if we had an annual pass.
Yeah.
Oh, plans for the weekend?
Plans for the weekend, yeah.
That's always a fun game to play is how did we get here? And then we try to backtrack real quick and see how it started.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like doing nothing on the weekends. Oh, maybe we go out to lunch with somebody. Maybe we go out to dinner with somebody. Great.
Yeah, that's fun.
Cool. That's great.
Small commitment. Don't have to do really much anything.
But then I'm going to come home. I am not about that nightlife anymore.
Me neither.
When we were in, you would never really worry about it ever. But
I got kicked out of a club one time for wearing the wrong shoes.
But yeah, no, back in like early 20s, like 18, 19, early 20s, especially when I was like living on campus and like had my roommate, I was like, let's go out and party and we'll go to clubs and stuff. And we did a lot.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have a car, my roommate did. And she was part of a sorority. So she was a cooler sorority, not like your typical ones. I forget what sorority, Sigma Lambda Gamma. She was part of Sigma Lambda Gamma. And she would bring me to some of her things and it was a lot of fun. And, but now the thought of going to a club now is like, first of all, even if there wasn't a pandemic, I can't imagine going to a club right now with a pandemic.
Yeah, I think the only thing that we would do nightlife wise is probably maybe just like a casual bar. Yeah. Even then
it's like, why am I going to go out and pay like $8 to $10 a drink?
Yell at my friends.
Yeah, come home. Now my throat is scratchy because I'm screaming at people and maybe also because of COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'd much rather like my dream night in a dinner I don't have to cook, and then
drinks and gaming,
couple drinks, and then we jump onto video chats with our friends and we play some games, whether it's like computer games or like online board game type game night, whatever. that's a good night for me. So yeah, no, not about that nightlife anymore.
No. Yeah.
No.
10 minutes in, still haven't talked anything about Schmoedown.
Gotta get the people warmed up. You know, gotta get it all warm.
Let's go ahead and get into the Patreon Star Wars match. Again, we're not gonna go beat for beat on this one because we want to again encourage everybody to watch this match. Mm-hmm. Go to the Patreon and watch it.
Yes. But so this match was John Hoey. Going up against the Gungalorian JC Reifenberg, if I'm not mistaken.
Former FCL Star Wars champion.
Correct.
And Hoey is actually representing the fan favorites, right? Which we have to mention that awesome video that Adam Witt and Paul Preston did.
Yes. At
Star Wars Celebration. That was a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. That was so because we were all in a big group. Hey, sorry behind the scenes kind of fourth wall breaking, but like we were all.
Why wouldn't you?
We were all there.
We were all there, and it's free content. No one had to fly anybody out. Yeah. It was just free content because we were all already there.
Quick. It took them like at most 15 minutes to do. We all just happened to be out in front. It's like, hey, do you guys mind doing this? I'm like, yeah,
absolutely.
That sounds like an awesome time.
So if you haven't seen the video that we're talking about, it's a video with Adam Witt. Mm-hmm. He's talking to Paul Preston. He's like, we got to recruit a Star Wars player
because I.
Totally
blew it.
Hasn't gone too well for Adam Witt. His words, not mine. Yeah. And he's like, we got to find a player to represent our faction. There's got to be somebody here. It's Star Wars Celebration. Let's go on the hunt. And so antics ensue. And so if you haven't seen this video that we're talking about, check. Adam Witt posted on Twitter.
Mm-hmm. It's in the Facebook group.
And it's also in the Facebook group. If you don't follow Adam Witt, I think he's like Razor Witt on Twitter or something like that. So if you haven't seen it, or even if you have, go give it a watch. It's a cute little video. It's awesome. Like all of a minute or two. Really cute. And spoiler alert, as a result of that video, he finds John Hoey as his new Star Wars player for the fan favorites. So John and JC played. If you haven't seen it and you don't want to know the outcome,
mute us.
You know the deal. Mm-hmm. Mute us or come back later, whatever tickles your fancy. Almost went in a way that was going to get me bleeped. But yeah. So yeah, we're going to discuss what happened. Round one, they were actually pretty evenly matched.
Yeah. Well, overall, this match was a rough watch for Reifenberg because
round one went well. They seemed to be pretty evenly matched. There was like one or two. There was like two questions that they both missed.
Yeah.
But then I think there was one that Reifenberg missed that Hoey didn't. So I think he was like 1 point ahead by the end of round one. Mm-hmm. So round one was kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah. It's pretty evenly matched. Yeah.
And then round two, I want to say Reifenberg went
goes first.
And he got a category. I forget what it was.
It was like Sith Lords or something.
It was like bad people. It was like
it was basically
Imperials
villains.
And First Order. Basically
villains.
The new fun fancy slice that's basically villains. It didn't really go as well as he probably would have wanted it to.
Several steals. Several 2 points.
I think there was a couple steals.
Yeah.
And then I think there was a couple steals. Mm-hmm. And Hoey goes. And he got...
I can't remember. I think it was here. It was like Rebels and... Yeah, it was the Skywalkers. Wasn't it the Skywalkers?
Yes, it was the Skywalker family. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, because he got that one question that was kind of like, that's a Skywalker? Okay, whatever. Not my show. But so he got the Skywalker family. I think that he missed that one.
Just that Jawa question. The Jawa question.
Which was a crazy question. That was a very, very,
I think
very
we actually talked to him about it at Celebration, and we're all like, okay.
We're like, we heard about this Jawa question. Tell us more.
Tell me more.
Good reference.
Yeah, but so they don't even get out of round two, and it's a straight up KO.
It's a straight up
knockout. It was just a rough match for Reifenberg. It just, I don't know what it is. I mean, it's hard to say difficulty questions. That one Jawa question was wild. Whoa,
an incredibly deep cut.
Yeah,
incredibly deep. Almost like a why kind of deep.
Yeah. Why are we asking about this Jawa specifically?
Exactly. But yeah. Mm-hmm. So that was a legitimately very tough question. But it was, and I know in the post-match interview, Reifenberg was like, I have some holes of knowledge here and there. But he was saying something about how, he wants to get him. He mentioned, like, I don't know if he was talking about somebody in particular or if he was just talking in general terms, but I feel like I remember him saying something about somebody who's a little too big for their britches kind of thing. Overly confident. He wants
to go up against somebody that thinks that, like, oh, this guy just got knocked out. I can breeze through this match. And he comes back. And
then he said he wanted to wipe the floor with them. And I'm like, you seen this division?
You're not going to get many.
I'm not sure if there's going to be that opportunity.
So
I don't think any of us are going to get to wipe the floor with anybody.
I don't know. I think Reifenberg came in thinking that because FCL. There's a big difference between the FCL and the MTS, especially when it comes to the Star Wars division.
Yeah, I can't speak to singles or teams or IG, but Star Wars.
But there's a big difference between the two divisions, or between the two leagues, I should say.
Outside of the inclusion of TV.
Yeah, outside of the inclusion of TV. That's the one thing that the FCL has over the MTS division.
Right.
But the one thing the MTS division has over that is, like, the questions get ridiculous.
Yeah.
Very ridiculous sometimes. And I think he underestimated the type of questions he was going to get. And maybe he just didn't anticipate that coming in. And just like, and there were some times where he just, like, he threw out an answer and it's like, dude, multiple choice if you're not sure. I think the game kind of, like, got away from him in that aspect, not really, like, really thinking it through. Like, I could just stab at this, or
gameplay.
Yeah, gameplay wise got away from him.
And he might, and for all we know, maybe it didn't. Maybe he was like, I gotta make up ground.
Yeah, but that's the thing. There wasn't a whole lot of ground that he had to make up, so it's not like he needed to throw haymakers.
Well, I don't
to
remember
catch up to Hoey.
I don't remember how. I don't remember in what. I mean, there's 5 questions around 2. I don't remember which ones got stolen and which ones he missed without multiple choice. But maybe he was kind of thinking, like, I don't know. I'm just trying to, like, think of all different aspects and angles. Not just immediately jumping towards he forgot how to play the game, because that could not be the case. He might have. Maybe it was the end of round 2 that he was like, I think I should go for this. He's gotten X amount of steals. Yeah, kind of thing. So I don't remember exactly what order things happened in, but. I don't know. It could have been a simple case of I just forgot to check down, or it could have been a case of I feel like I shouldn't because I want to make up ground and take the gamble. Yeah. So. Yeah.
Just a rough go at it. I mean, as far as Hoey goes, like, getting right back into, like, swing of it. Who knows who's gonna? The Star Wars division is so, like, up in the air right now, outside of the title picture, immediate title picture right now, because it's like. Who's facing who, and, like, well, what's the future? Like, even there's questions around the division, regardless of, like, what's the future of the division. So, we'll see what happens with it. There's plenty of, like I said, like, we were getting new competitors in this division when you really didn't need it, unless
people have scheduling
issues, and it's like, oh, we have to fill this time slot. So, bring the new talent in, and I always welcome new talent. It's just I feel like with the amount of competitors we had last season, the amount of, like, how hard it was to compete in this division last season, it's like you're not going to have a shortage of like good matches.
What I find interesting is I did see a comment somewhere that somebody was like, "There's too many competitors in the Star Wars division." It's like, what? I remember a couple of years ago when it was like complaining there's not enough. Oh, the Star Wars division is Alex Damon and Ken Napzok and Joseph Scrimshaw, and all they do is ping pong around the belt with each other and blah blah blah.
Even though there was no ping pong on the belt.
All they do is play each other in matches. But I just remember a simpler time when it was like there's what's the point? And now there's too many competitors. It's just kind of funny. There's another, like, double-edged sword, can't really win thing that at some point I'll find an excuse to talk about too, with question difficulty. We'll get to that at some point, but it's a very similar logic. But I just found it interesting that somebody was like, I think there's too many competitors now. It's like, what? There was last year was the most massive influx of Star Wars players.
Yeah, there was two Star Wars players per faction.
Even though it was digital, somehow, in my humble opinion, last year was the most electrifying, exciting year for the Star Wars division.
Oh, yeah.
And I really think that we gave people a good show, and I really think we provided a lot of good entertainment. And we might have even reached people that didn't really even care about Star Wars that much. Yeah. Because I'm we're self-aware enough to know that not everybody likes Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's niche.
It's very, yeah. I mean, it's gotten a larger audience over the years because of, Disney, the reach of Disney, but
niche is probably not the right word, but it's focused.
It's always hard when I run into somebody out in the world or something like that's outside of our Star Wars bubble. That's like,
not celebration.
Wait, there's a Kenobi show? Yeah. Like, yes.
Are you living under a rock?
Yeah, where have you been? Ewan McGregor's reprising his role as Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Did you know that Hayden Christensen came back?
He's Anakin Skywalker again. Jesus.
Yeah. I'm fully aware there are people that are like, people have straight up been like, I don't care about Star Wars, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But even so, I think that people that probably don't even care about the matches were probably entertained. So I just find that kind of a comment interesting. When there was a wide variety of people competing last year that we'd never seen before. And I think we did a pretty good job.
Yeah. And for whatever reason, I think it's most likely scheduling conflicts with people because like it's hard enough, especially when we're behind the Patreon wall. It's
that and also take Thomas, for example. It wasn't necessarily a scheduling issue. It was more personal issues. Commitments. And you never know. Like I will always preach, you will never know what people have going on in their personal lives that you aren't aware of. And whether it's scheduling or personal things, or maybe even somehow both. So, we may not have seen certain people because of something like that. Who knows? Yeah. It was definitely something to announce and big news when Thomas did it because, he had to give up the belt.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. But
give people some grace sometimes.
Yeah. So that was this last week's Star Wars match. We will get one next week.
Not this week. We're getting...
I don't know who.
No,
it is.
I know who we're getting. I'm just trying to think of the one. Oh no, I got it. I was trying to think of his last name. It's Sean Sullivan. I wasn't trying to think of Sean Sullivan's last name. I know his last name. Sean. He's the Saint.
Yes,
right?
Sean the Saint Sullivan.
Sean the Saint. So I didn't know if Sully was like his nickname in the Schmoedown.
Oh, we call him Sully.
Sean the Saint Sullivan going up against Sonny Olsen, if I'm not mistaken.
Another FCL player coming into the MTS?
I think so. And apologies, I don't know if he has a nickname. I doubt he's watching. But if he has a nickname, I'm not aware of it at the moment.
We'll get to it next week.
But, we'll see it next week. So, Shawnee Boy, Sully Boy going up against Sonny Boy.
Sonny Boy.
So, should be a fun... honestly, any match that involves Sean Sullivan is going to be a treat.
Oh, yeah.
Because Sean Sullivan himself is a gem.
Hilarious.
So it's going to be a really fun match.
And if you haven't checked out Happy Hour on a certain point of view, that was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun to do. That was my first time on the show.
I learned who Tom Kane is. So it was a really good time. And I learned who Corey Burton is. So I really got to expand my notes during that show.
Oh, boy. We got to do that again, please.
Am I joking or not?
Yes, we're gonna. I would love to be on that show again because that was a lot of fun.
That
was a lot of fun.
That was my second time.
Why do all of our friends have to live so far away from us?
I know. All of our Schmoedown friends.
All of our Schmoedown friends have to live. The closest is
the Damons. And Gold Leader.
Yeah.
And Zach Burkett.
Yeah, they're all in Georgia. So it's only a 6-hour drive.
Only with gas prices the way they are right now.
In this economy.
Gas prices are like $10 a gallon unleaded, babe. No thanks. But it was a good time. Yeah. Second time, hopefully not last time.
Yeah. So
for me,
let's go ahead and get into Friday Night Titans.
Yes.
We have an IG match to talk about.
We sure do, but we also got
cutscenes.
Beforehand. Our first one, our opener, we've got Brandon Hanna, the Hornet.
Buzz.
Talking to Bibbs.
Growl.
And they're talking about art being subjective, and they were buzzing and growling at each other for a little bit, as one would. And then Rick the Rager Radis comes in, and Brother Lomas comes in.
3-1 Daddy-O.
So is there some kind of a movie out right now that people are calling RRR? Do you know what that is?
No.
I don't. Let me see if I can search for RRR.
RRR movie.
Yes. #RRR movie. What is it? Okay, is it literally just called RRR movie? Their verified Twitter account is just called RRR.
I don't know.
And honestly, I've been seeing a lot of people tweeting about it, and I gotta be honest, every time I see it, I think of Rick the Rager Radis. I want to tag him in something. I'm like, wow, he's getting pretty popular around these parts. Rick the Rager Radis and Brother Lomas walk in. Lomas was saying when Brandon was when he was the hitman, he had a purpose, he had meaning, but he's let false prophets steer him away, and he gave him one chance to come back to the light. If there's somebody who can definitely cut a good promo, Lomas is among those people. Yeah. Because my goodness, one chance to come back to the light. Brandon was kind of like, no, I like the Mercs. Yeah, it's a good time. I
like this Mercs Hornet Hannah.
Yeah, so Lomas is like, all right, then I challenge you to an IG match. Was it like he was sitting right here?
Yeah.
I know. So, yeah, we have ourselves an IG match between Lomas and Hannah.
Growl, growl. Buzz, buzz.
Yeah, because they said that, because Bibbs was like, growl, growl, and Hannah goes, buzz, buzz. And Ranger was like, y'all got to get a new catchphrase. You know, and then the next thing you know, Bibbs goes buzz buzz and Brandon goes growl growl, and then they just start doing it at each other again. Gotta love him. Gotta love him. All right, next cut scene. We got
Fashion Makes Betty.
We got King Khan and Griffey Nooms trying to call Gucci, but he's not answering. They're getting left on red.
Man, we have not seen Gucci in a hot minute, man.
I know.
It's been a long, yeah. How are you not gonna have Gucci on the show?
I know. Well, again, behind the scenes, dude must be busy.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, I mean, hopefully it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's like work busy and he's like hustling out there. So, but who knows? I personally, we don't know. But I mean, I hope everything's okay. Hopefully he's just busy and he's just out there hustling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyways, they're trying to call him. He's not answering. And Griff was like, we don't need him as a manager, okay? He rode on their coattails, he said. And he wants them to operate as a sovereign nation. Also, somebody who can cut a promo, Griffey Nooms.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Love that guy. I wish we had more time to talk to him. We only got to talk to him.
Very briefly backstage.
Briefly backstage at one point. I think it was right before his match with Marisol. I think it was before that match.
No, it was things for the team's match.
Was it?
No, you're right. He had already played because the team's match was the first one up.
Yeah. Cool guy. But yeah, he can definitely cut a promo. That's for damn sure. Leading into our undercard, we have an IG match. Brother Lomas representing himself and Rick the Rager Radis going up against Brandon Hannah, who is representing the Quirky Mercs. I don't believe Coy was there that day. I think Bibiani was standing in.
Yep.
Round one. Hannah missed a question about Joe Pantoliano. I know him as the captain or whatever from Bad Boys. Lomas missed a question about...
Yeah. Woosa.
Is it a hot take that I like Bad Boys 2 better than Bad Boys 1? Is that a hot take?
Maybe.
I don't know. If I had my choice,
I think Bad Boys 2 is like Bad Boys 1 just dialed up a bit.
Well, Michael Bay did both of them, didn't he?
Yeah.
I was going to say, Michael Bay, but he did both of them.
Yeah, no, like there's more Michael Bay-isms, I think, in the second one than in the first one.
I really enjoyed the second one. Like, I'm itching to watch it now that we're talking about it.
Far more explosions, a lot of like tracking shots, the whole slow-mo.
Car explosions, car
slow-mo
chases.
stand up,
Yeah. Slow-mo stand up from like a low angle.
Yeah.
Probably taking off sunglasses.
Yeah. Really shallow depth of field.
Or something.
Yeah. Like there are people that try to imitate that move, and it's like to no success. Like there's a formula to that move.
And Martin Lawrence and Will Smith have got it.
Yeah. Well, no, not just the actions, but the way that the camera moves and the type of lens you use and like how you block your shot.
Yeah.
I know I'm doing a lot of analysis on a Michael Bay shot, but like there have been a couple movies that have tried to replicate that, and it's like, why doesn't it work? It's like, because you didn't really study the shot and why it works and why.
Study your Michael Bay, people.
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah, there are a couple Michael Bay movies that I really legitimately enjoy. I think
Bad Boys 2.
Yeah, Bad Boys 2 is one of them. There's that one with
Transformers Fallen Knight.
No. It was what movie? It was Emily Blunt's husband.
John Krasinski.
Yeah, Krasinski. Yeah, he's like this military guy.
Quiet Place.
No. Love Quiet Place.
The Office.
No. Somebody in the comments will remind me, but that movie I really enjoyed. So.
Well, one of these days when I'm...
13th Hour?
14th Hour?
13th Hour?
Is Fallen Knight the name of a Transformers movie?
Yes.
That was the really bad... Well, the one that you thought was really bad, right? There was one that you got last night, Fallen Knight?
I can't remember.
There was one that you got a t-shirt when you went to to a showing for.
Yes.
And you were like...
I think it was
this movie.
It was the last night.
Last night. I don't know. Fallen. I might have just made that.
It was the last night. It was
Okay.
yeah. That was.
Yeah, you got that shirt, and I'm like, oh, you must have really. And you're like, no,
they gave
that movie.
no, they gave it to us. It was like an IMAX.
They're like, please
premiere.
take these. Nobody else will.
Yeah, you got a poster and a shirt, and I was
Did you go on an opening night?
Yeah.
Oh, you probably just said that, and I just didn't hear you.
Yeah, but I was like,
no thanks. Well, honestly, I need to start a list of movies or shows that in the off season when I don't need to watch Star Wars, I'm gonna watch those.
Yeah.
Bad Boys probably right there at the top. I think
The
Bad
first
Boys
one?
2. Bad Boys 2.
Oh, though you want to rewatch to enjoy.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Just for fun.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna get back into a couple things like my what's on my queues? Like
Moon Knight.
Moon Knight is one. That's top of the list.
I gotta watch Oscar Isaac just do his thing. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta finish because The Expanse finished the entire series. I gotta catch up on that. I love The Expanse.
Miss Marvel. Haven't watched that.
We haven't started that. I got somebody recommended. What did she recommend? What's the thing called? This animated thing on Netflix. Looks like a video game. Arcane or something? I can't remember. Oh,
no idea. Not ringing any bells. Anyways, Lomas missed something about Alien Covenant, Planet of the Apes. He missed an Obi-Wan quote about who's more foolish.
the fool who follows him.
And then X-Men United. So by the end of round 1.
Oh, because it was the lake. Alkali Lake.
Something like that.
Yeah.
6-9 in favor of Hannah. Round 2. Brennan spins the wild card. He was feeling buzzed because he took it. And it was Spinner's choice. He decided to take Jurassic Park. Okay. Multiple choice twice. One time he got it, one time he missed it, and it did get stolen. The one that got stolen was the one about the Indominus Rex and how long it is when it's like fully grown or whatever.
Oh, yeah. That's an oddly specific question.
That's a rough question.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, for IG, that's like a woof.
That's something they would ask in Star Wars or something.
Yeah, well, it's said in the movie. I think it's said in the movie.
I mean, if they ask it in IG, I can only...
Yeah, one of the doctors says it or something
I feel
like
like
that.
most of the time, it probably has been said.
I think that's the limitations of IG. It's like, if you're going to go deep cut, it has to at least be said in the film.
Hasn't always been true because I do remember one specific Star Wars question that I think Brendan Hannah might have gotten one time that I was like,
oh yeah,
whoa.
the TIE silencer.
Yeah. So I mean,
that's rare though that happens in the IG division.
Lomas goes. He spins away from heroes and villains. He gets World of Marvel. Multiple choice one time, got it. 2-point miss, stolen. Another multiple choice, got it. So by the end of round 2, 13-18 in favor of Brandon.
Buzz.
Round 3, 2-pointer for Lomas. X-Men. In the Wolverine. Which two mutants encounter Logan at an airport in the film's mid-credit scene? Magneto.
Professor X.
And Professor X. Got it. 3-pointer for Lomas. Spider-Man. In Avengers Endgame, which character says to Peter, "Hey, Peter Parker, you got something for me?"
Hi, I'm Peter.
Captain Marvel. He did miss it. Unfortunately.
Yeah, all quotes sometimes are tricky.
I'm proud that I got that one. Yeah. Very proud of myself for that one. 5-pointer for Lomas. Planet of the Apes. In Rise of the Planet of the Apes, what is the name of the space shuttle seen entering Mars's atmosphere? Very quickly and without much effort, he got Icarus. He got it.
That was a good pull.
Kicking it back to Hannah, avoiding the TKO. 2-pointer, Alien and Predator. I don't know if this is an actual name or if I got speech to text it here, but what I have written is Sanaa Lathan. Stars as Lex Woods, an experienced guide in which 2004 film? Yikes. Alien versus Predator. Got it. 3-pointer for Hannah. DC comic movies. What was the name of the kid who bullied Clark as a youth in the Man of Steel flashbacks?
I do have something to say about this question.
Yes. What in Sam Hill's a you?
Sorry.
Anyways, yes.
Youths.
What movie is that from? That should be pretty a gimme, I think. Anyways, the answer they were looking for was Pete Ross.
When they said Pete Ross, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. But like, I think the thing with this question is there's two scenes where that are flashbacks when Clark gets bullied while he's a Ute.
A Ute. Yeah.
There's the one that because my head immediately went to the one when he gets pushed up against the fence.
Me too.
And it's like these jocks are bullying him.
Well, I mean, could the delineation be the fact that it was youths? Well, I mean, those kids in the fence scene were pretty
there's
young.
one very specific kid that kept pushing him down.
Right, no, but they weren't like grown; they were still kids.
Yeah,
so
they're still kids. He was the same age.
Youths could have still applied to that flashback too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was older.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
though.
but he's
it's
still
not like
youth.
they were full grown, so it's not like they were. Well, we asked about when they were youths.
Yeah,
but they were youths in the fence scene too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
So there's that one. So they were looking for Pete Ross when he saves him in the bus and the bus goes off the bridge. So
yeah, I forgot about that.
I love Man of Steel. So I think
Hashtag bring back Henry Cavill.
Yes, please. Man of Steel is my favorite DCEU film. At me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so it was just like, which one are you talking about? Because had they just said like that if they would just added
on a bus
or that he saves
or becomes friends with later.
Then you know it's like, all right, they're looking for Pete Ross.
Right.
Because the only reason you know his name is because I think his name is said by one of the parents in the scene when the mother comes in and tries to confront Daddy Kent about like, oh my God, Clark has these abilities, and they're trying to play it off. They're like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. No, crazy things happen.
He lifted a bus. He just ate a lot of breakfast that morning.
Ate his spinach. You know what I mean? But then, because then also later on when Clark becomes Superman, I think Pete works at a Denny's or a gas station or something, and he has his name tag. So, and it says Pete. So, see what you're doing. But yeah, but I think the problem I have with this question is that like there wasn't enough information. Like, which scene are you talking about? Because there's two very specific scenes. To the fence. Yeah, my head immediately went to, oh yeah, because he literally gets physically bullied.
Yeah.
On that, too. I think he's physically bullied on the bus too.
I mean, it might have just been more like verbal. Like,
yeah.
Hey, Clark, you stink.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
But yeah. So
I don't remember.
That's the only issue I have with this was like, had I been in that situation, I would have challenged. It was like, you weren't asking specifically for. There wasn't enough. I should say there wasn't enough in that question to point to Pete Ross because of the two scenes.
I wonder. So, I forget what answer he gave.
I don't think he gave an. I think he gave an answer, but it was just like, I don't know. This person?
I don't know. Well, in any case, he still had his 5 left. Mm-hmm. Animated movies for Hannah. In what animated film does the villain say the line, "Your angel of death awaits" to all of its victims when it...
Oh, no.
It doesn't feel right. Maybe it's "Your angel of death awaits all of its victims when it first appears to them." All of its victims when it first appears to them?
Yeah.
Batman, Mask of the Phantasm. He missed it. But we're 20-20. We're going to sudden death, baby.
Sudden death, baby.
Question 1, something about Men in Black. Danny Elfman, they both got it. Mm-hmm. Question 2, something about a RoboCop actor appearance and how many whatever.
2.
They both got it. Question 3, Unexpected Journey release date, 2012. Brandon got it.
Ooh, buzz.
With that, 22-23 in favor of Brandon the Hornet Hannah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are really two, like the 5s were very difficult, in my opinion.
Yeah.
With the, Lomas was like, whoa, wow.
Yeah,
and then Hannah, an obscure quote from an animated film, granted a great animated film, but like not a lot of people remember it most of the time. So,
no.
Yeah, but pull it out in sudden death, woo. Great win.
Yeah.
Great win for Brandon. He's above 500, so I know he's been floating around 500 for the longest time. So
I wonder how many sudden deaths he's been in. I feel like he's seen a couple at this point.
He might have seen 2.
Maybe it's, I don't know. Who remembers these things? But yeah,
we'll put it in the comments.
I mean, a great match.
Great match, yeah. Like I did not like. I was like, oh man, he's gonna pull out, and because I think Lomas had a rough round too.
He had a 2-point miss,
yeah,
and it was stolen, so that was a big swing.
Hannah had the better of the round 2s, but he still had a miss.
Both had steals, but Hannah got the bigger steal with the 2-point, 4-point swing.
Yeah, and then rough questions in the 3rd.
Yeah,
and then be able to pull it in sudden death.
To miss your 3 and your 5 and still be able to pull it out in sudden death.
Yeah,
that's perseverance.
Oh, that's right. That was that one match last season with was it Zipper? Yeah, he was down 5.
That's what I'm saying.
Came back and to win it in sudden death. Yeah, so this was the second sudden death that we've seen it in. So yeah, Hannah's had some really good matches over the course of his career. Yeah, comebacks too. Yeah. Because I remember that was the same week as 5150, and had 5150 not happened, that would have been match of the week. Sorry,
that's
sorry,
right.
Brandon.
I forgot we used to do match of the week.
Sorry, Hannah.
Sorry,
Hannah.
He ain't watching it.
Follow him on TikTok. He's got some really interesting TikToks. Like he's smarter than.
He's like super smart.
He's super smart. Yeah, like he just did a video on Taylor Swift and the science of music, and it's really interesting. Go follow him because he has some really interesting like educational like content.
Nerd.
But yeah, great. Big good win for Hannah for the IG division for the Mercs. So.
Absolutely. And you know, I don't know what's going on with IG, because I know in the post-match interview, was it the post-match interview for IG?
Mm-hmm.
I thought I remember somebody mentioned something about Mara wanting to come back, or rumors about Mara. So it's like, I don't know what's going on with IG.
Yeah.
So
outside of the
second match.
Yeah, outside of the title picture, it's a lot like the Star Wars division. It's like who we need to find somebody to compete. And
so with Lomas, I don't know. Because did he win his first IG match?
Yes,
that was against Alana.
Yeah.
Okay, so he does have a win.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure what Lomas's path is at this moment.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's such a fun character. He's such a good character. He showed he can hold his own.
Mm-hmm.
So, and also when he got Ricky Rager coming out with you, that's always a good time. Daddy-o. Yeah. I'm upset that we haven't seen more of him.
Yeah.
But, such is life, I guess. But yeah, Lomas is always a fun personality to have. Mm-hmm. He's pulled out a win. He can hang. So, we'll see what happens.
He's 1-1 in the division.
Yeah.
So he's a 500 player. So
we'll see what his future is, what his path to whatever is. Do we know?
We know Hannah's playing Barbarian next.
Okay, Hannah Barbarian. That's a Cartoon Network thing.
Mm-hmm. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. My brain just went there. I don't know. Is that Johnny Bravo? But isn't Hannah Barbarian? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know where you're trying to go with that.
Have you know what I'm talking about?
I know, but yeah.
Hanna Barbera?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a very distant memory. Anyways, so yeah, we're gonna see Brandon Hanna play the Barbarian in IG. I think that should be even more of an exciting match, because I mean, Barbarian doesn't play. He doesn't come to mess around, I should say. He comes to play. He doesn't come to mess around.
Yeah.
So that should be a really good match.
Yeah, and like we said before, Barbarian has, his prep is like close, like it is an insane prep, but like he's, like I said, he's gotten some bad rolls.
Yeah.
Especially in the IG division. So because like, he's gotten close to a title like contention, but last season he ran into Alex Damon, and he was one match away from one number one contender match. So let's see how he rolls this time with it. See if luck gets on his side, because sometimes luck just isn't on his side sometimes. Yeah. So
it'll always be fun to see a contrast between personalities like a Barbarian and a Brandon the Hornet Hanna.
Yeah.
So that should be a fun contrast between personalities. That's always adds a little bit of spice to a match.
Might be the undercard for this week. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
We'll see.
So yeah, fun match. We'll see what happens for those two gentlemen next. Our overcard. Talk about spice. We've got a number one contender match, right?
Yes.
We've got a number one contender match between Danger Zone. That is, of course, Ben the Boss Bateman and Dangerous Dan Murrell, representing the Den, going up against King Arthur, which is, of course, Downtown Arthur Nooms in the teams division, and King Khan, not representing the exchange anymore, representing themselves as a sovereign nation.
Yeah. I think we skipped over a cutscene before this match, because there was a cutscene right before this, I think, with Nooms and Khan. And they're talking on the couch like, well, where the heck is Gucci? And that's when they kick him to the curb, basically.
We already talked about that.
Did we?
Mm-hmm. That was the second opening scene.
I don't know what I'm doing.
It's okay. It's all right. I'm not sure what day it is.
Yeah.
So, no. It's when he was trying to call him and he didn't answer.
Yes.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Okay.
That was the second scene.
Wow.
We got it covered. No, I don't think there was a scene in between both matches.
Okay.
There was just like
ignore me then.
There was like the commercials.
Shut up, stupid.
Yes, I will.
There was the like, hey, I'm Christian Harloff. Watch this whatever thing. Yeah. And it just went into the next match. If I'm not
ignore
mistaken.
me, please.
And then Danger Zone playing King Arthur overcard. Here we go. Round 1. Khan and Bateman missed a question about Rock of Ages.
Mm-hmm.
Dan and Griffey Boy got perfect rounds. And they both got the bonus.
Yeah. And I might say I do enjoy that they're letting competitors, if they had a board that was unique to them last season in the digital age, they let them bring it to the studio.
Yeah, because like 3 out of these 4 guys
have
specific boards that they use.
And I see that Beyond sticker.
Hell yeah.
I see it.
I see it.
I see it.
I see you and I see it. And then Griffey has his, like, I think it's a Star Wars board.
Griffey? Is it?
I think his board is, if I'm not mistaken, I thought I got a good look at it one time. I thought it was something to do with Star Wars. I have to look at it again.
Yeah.
And then Ben's got his just big ass whiteboard. It's just always hilarious. Yeah, a lot of trademark whiteboards in this match.
Yeah.
So yeah, Dan and Nooms got perfect rounds. Both got the bonus. So by the end of round 1, 20-20. 20 all. Round 2. King Arthur goes first. They spin away from Wild and they get another Wild.
Oof.
And it's opponent's choice. Did not realize opponent's choice was going to be a big fat X.
Oh,
Is that like
yeah.
the first opponent's choice we've seen all season?
I think we have, yeah.
Because they took it down. There was a big X, and I'm like, what does that mean?
You lose.
You'll lose, Stark. I want my board.
I want my board.
I want my board. Yeah, I was pretty confused at first. I'm like, what does that big X mean?
What does it mean?
Why couldn't they just write opponent's choice?
It doesn't say anything. What does it mean?
Maybe they paid for the slice per character.
I guess.
They should have put a check mark on Spinner's choice, but that one actually is spelled out. I don't know. Anyways, it was opponent's choice, and they were given the Hepburns.
Mm-hmm.
Multiple choice one time.
What?
I wrote multiple choice, missed, got it. That must mean that they missed it and it was stolen, maybe?
Yeah.
Because usually I only wrote got it if the person got it.
Mm.
Anyways, I think it was stolen, and
Danger Zone stole
I'd
it.
imagine Danger Zone picked it up.
Mm-hmm.
Danger Zone goes. They spin Alfred Hitchcock. 2-point miss.
Ooh.
That got stolen.
Yeah, they played it really loose on this one. Like uncharacteristically loose on this 2-pointer.
Yeah, and what was rough about this round,
Mm-hmm.
if you're a Bateman fan or a Danger Zone fan, I think after King Arthur missed their multiple choice, I think Ben really laid into him. Or at some point in that round, they really laid into him for something. Ben really went hard on something.
Ben just being Ben.
Ben being Ben, I think he actually might have gotten a slight warning or whatever. And then they got that 2-point miss and it got kind of quiet. It was kind of like,
uh-oh.
That's the risk you take.
Yeah. You gotta be able to take it if you're gonna dish it. So
exactly.
Yeah.
So that 2-point miss by Danger Zone did get stolen by King Arthur. So by the end of round 2, now it's 29-30 in favor of King Arthur. Round 3, 2-pointer for Danger Zone. Marvel. Ben takes it. What is the title of the 3rd film in the Blade franchise, which also features Ryan Reynolds and Jessica Biel?
Blade Trinity.
Got it. 2-pointer for King Arthur. Coming of age. Arthur Numis takes it. Who plays Jim's dad in 1999's American Pie? Eyebrows himself, Eugene Levy. 3-pointer for Danger Zone. Dan, obviously, is going to take this one. Mysteries and thrillers. Michael Mann directed what 1986 thriller based on a novel by Thomas Harris featuring Brian Cox as Dr. Hannibal Lecter and William Peterson as Will Graham. Manhunter. He got it. 3-pointer for King Arthur. Khan takes it. King Khan. 1950s. In the 1955 musical Guys and Dolls, which famous singer plays Nathan Detroit alongside Marlon Brando's Sky Masterson? Old Blue Eyes. Frank Sinatra. Got it. 5-pointer for Danger Zone. 1960s. Benny Hill co-stars with Michael Caine. Where's Mike Kalinowski when you need him?
Yeah.
In what 1960s heist comedy film? The Italian Job. They did miss it. Oof. With that, 34-35 in favor of King Arthur.
Ooh. Wow. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Not that I was like,
oh yeah,
Danger Zone's totally going to take this. But I figured it would come down to the last 5-pointer for them to win it on their 5, not to win it off of a missed one.
Yeah.
That was what was surprising.
The 2-point miss in the second round was really what put him in this situation to begin with.
Yeah.
So because I always hate it when going into the final round and all it comes down to is
hope they miss something.
Hope they miss it.
Yeah.
And like, because that's the worst feeling in the world. Like, all right, I did all I could. Now it just comes down to, do they miss their 5?
Right.
but this I was expecting Danger Zone to pull it out in this one. Because they've been on a tear. Especially Ben. Ben has been on a path right now, and like especially like I don't know, because like Dan has this number one contender match in his pocket from the free for all. So
I want to crunch my microphone. I got passion fruit seeds in my.
But yeah, I was like, ooh, like because we haven't seen King Arthur since Spectacular. They haven't played in a while. Danger Zone's been on a hot streak right now. But both of them have been playing really well. But with the teams division, Ben on the singles run, Dan in the free for all. So they're warm, they're loose. So popular, this person.
Pinterest.
Well, you know what I mean. Sometimes being loose and being in the game that much is like, yeah, I fully expect them to come out of this victorious. Things happen though. Schmoedown will have things to say otherwise.
Yeah.
So this was a surprising but not surprising win by King Arthur.
Yeah, no, I'm not surprised. This was one of those matches where either one of them could have taken it. It was what surprised me was just the manner in which it happened.
Yeah,
like I said,
I think that's what I think she'd say.
I thought if King Arthur was going to win, it would have been on Danger Zone getting their 5, and then King Arthur got their 5-2, and then they just came out on top. Like I was just surprised it came down to
a missed 5,
giving them the win. That was more surprising to me than anything. But yeah, exciting match. Danger Zone's just been they've been you want to talk about dastardly.
Yeah.
That's what they've been all season.
Yeah, to get to this position, just to pull
and
the tricks they did,
everybody keeps on saying like, oh, they're supposed to be the super team. They can never pull it out and blah, 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 blah. And they said as much in their post-game interview. So, with this law, I mean, sure, they lost a number one contender shot. But Dan Murrell still has a number one contender shot in his back pocket from free-for-all.
Yeah.
Ben's got a number one contender
match against Marisol
in singles.
Yeah.
So they're not hurting.
Yeah.
And I think they were trying to convey that as much in their post-match interview. Like, it is what it is.
It stings to be one match away from a title match. Pinterest?
Yeah. No, not that time. I think that was just some other stupid app. But yeah, no, they're not hurting. They still have other opportunities.
Yeah.
So I think they were just playing it off in the post-match interview like, oh, you guys like to say this and that, blah, 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 blah. But, it's fine. We're still going to do what we came here to do, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So, well, and also while we're on the topic of their post-match interview, they also had a little announcement for all of us.
Yeah, that's right.
That Kate made a Sir Mix-a-Lot reference that I thought was very funny to announce that they're picking up Robert Parker
for their IG player. Yeah,
she talked about tossing it, leave it, and she pulls up quick to retrieve it. I thought that was very funny. I enjoyed that reference. So yeah, they're picking up Robert Parker as their IG player.
That's interesting.
Yes,
very interesting.
Well, considering that Kate has now picked up Ben Bateman, Dan Murrell, and Robert the Spider Parker, all people that were part of the dungeon last year.
Yeah, it's like the den is sort of becoming this dungeon 2.0 now. So it's a good pickup. I mean, Parker was just sitting out there waiting to get back in the ring. He just went for the title at Spectacular.
And came down to a heated sudden death.
Yeah, that was a great match. That was a great match. So we'll see how far away he is from, I don't know.
I'm not exactly sure if we've laid out his path quite yet.
Yeah, it's got to be shorter
I'd imagine.
than most.
With that performance, I'd imagine.
Yeah, he's got to be included in a small gauntlet of sorts to get to a title match. But I've been there several times of this thing of losses fuel you to get back to the mountaintop. So I imagine that's the same type of deal.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I don't know where Dan's head is. I don't know if he plans to use his free for all in teams on himself in singles, or if he plans to give it to somebody, or if he plans to debut in IG. Yeah. Maybe he wants to. Well, he hasn't played in IG yet, so he wouldn't be the first player to get 4 wins in 4 divisions. But yeah, who knows? I don't know how Danger Zone is going to claw and scratch their way back unless Dan uses free for all on teams, which he might. Didn't he like tease about using it in the post match interview?
He said he teased about to like
King Arthur,
yeah, or just turn around and play him again. It's like, well, you got to let them have their title shot first.
They just got their title shot. They're gonna have to play, so you don't. Yeah, can't. I don't think you can interrupt that. Gotta wait till after. Gotta wait a little bit. So
I was gonna guess on where he's gonna use it. Teams, or just wait to see how the Ben Marisol match pans out, because Marisol has a title shot regardless if she doesn't pull out in this number one contender match against Ben.
Oh, true.
So
because of
there's so many things up in the air right now. Like I have no idea what's happening. I have no idea where it's going.
Yeah,
so,
but it's exciting.
Yeah, it's exciting to view it as a fan to just like, because before it's like, I think last season was like we have this very clear path of where you need to get to and who's going against who and like on all that. This season it's kind of like I don't know.
I think that's all part of the Titans.
The Titan format.
Storylines because laying those things out. Maybe that was a byproduct of the digitalness. So I think this being up in the air is kind of a byproduct of the Friday Night Titans model. Yeah. Keeping people guessing, keeping things,
it makes it exciting,
fresh and whatever. Since you have the space to play around with that kind of stuff. So Danger Zone, we'll see what they do. If they somehow
find themselves like back in this position again.
Yeah, if they somehow do some dirty deeds to get back, whether they do something shady or they use a title shot that they have or a number contender shot that they have or whatever. So that remains to be seen. As far as King Arthur goes, my goodness, we get to see Shazam King Arthur 2.
And that was it was a good match. It's spectacular as well. Was.
I think the biggest thing it came down to, if memory serves, King Arthur missed the betting round question. I think that was a pretty pivotal moment.
That was a very pivotal moment.
So we'll see how it goes, because it's... you got two absolute titans of the game in Bibiani and Brendan. Yeah. Going up against two people that this is their second season. It's their sophomore season, but they're really strong. Yeah. One person won 2 tournaments. The other person won a tournament, both in their rookie seasons. They both played a spectacular rookie season, did well. And spectacular was their first time playing live with each other. Yeah. And this time was their second time playing live with each other. So, it can only gel more for them the more experience they get on the stage with each other. Yeah. So I didn't realize that we were getting this match this week. I thought that we were going to get it in a little bit. I did not realize we were getting this match this soon. So I don't know what's going to happen. I'm a little nervous. I feel like a lot of times we know outcomes of matches, but we don't know the outcome of this one.
I haven't heard anything.
So we don't know, and we almost kind of been trying to keep it that way. Yeah. So we can just watch it and have a heart attack in real time.
And it's weird too, because I just recently went on Twitter, and for some reason William Bibiani was muted on Twitter for me. I'm like, wait a minute, what? What did I do that for? I didn't mean, if Bibbs, if you saw that, that wasn't me. Because like, wait a minute, why am I not seeing Bibbs' tweets? Like, unmute Bibiani. What? So
fat fingers, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
One day you were doing something and whoopsie daisy.
Whoopsie doozy.
Yeah, you got to be careful on Twitter, because if you're scrolling through, tweets that you don't really want to endorse or anything, and you accidentally hit that heart, it's like, so maybe you accidentally just hit the speaker thing for muting.
I don't know what happened. Bibbs, I'm sorry if that came in for me. Why did Andrew want to mute me?
First of all, if he's watching, I doubt he noticed. And I'm sure he's like, it's fine. So, but if he did notice, then yeah, it was completely unintentional.
It was, yes.
And has been rectified. But that's going to be a fire match, as the kids say. So I can't wait to see it. I'm nervous. It's two great teams. So, and we might actually watch this one without knowing the conclusion before we sit down to see it. Yeah. Which is nerve-wracking. Forgot what that was like. Yeah. But yeah, gonna be a great match. King Arthur gets a second shot. And so King Arthur wins. They get to dethrone Shazam and stop their streak. Shazam wins and they get their fifth
title defense.
Jiminy creamy. So yeah, this is a big deal. This is a big match for a younger, not only chronologically, but also Schmoedown canon wise, a younger team could stop this kind of run and become first-time team champs, or Shazam could
two-time
just that much closer to the Patriots' legacy.
Yeah. Two-time, four-time defending champions can possibly be 5-time defending champions.
Wild. So yeah, this is going to be a monster match.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And if King Arthur's able to pull out this win, they got to do it again because rubbers. Yeah. Ew, I didn't like that rubber match. I should say they get the automatic rubber match. Rubbers.
Gross.
Ew. Mop it up.
Gross. Mop it up. But yeah, super excited. Maybe I don't know. Maybe. What were we thinking? Maybe the undercard is the IG match.
Probably the IG
Hannah
match.
And Barbarian.
Yeah, Hannah and Barbarian. Yeah.
Don't know for sure. We're just kind of talking out of our butts here. So we'll see. But I'm surprised we're getting this teams match so soon. I thought we were going to have to wait a couple more weeks for this. But woo. So it should be spicy.
Yeah.
Also, go to Salt Cat Soap and get some. Make sure you got clean hands for this match.
Yeah.
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
Stop the spread. Courtesy of Salt Cat Soap. So yeah.
But there was
that's right. There was post things. Kate makes her Mix-a-Lot reference. We got two things here. First was that Kate and Parker were talking and whatever. They run into Kaiser and Smets. Parker says that they dropped him the second after Smets' theme music played at Spectacular. Dropped him like he was hot.
Yeah.
Smet said, "Hey man, come on. We're in the dungeon. We were family. We were brothers. What are you doing here?" And Parker was like, all I ever heard is that I'm the next Kevin Smets. I'm going to be the next Kevin Smets. Well, I want to be my own player. And then Kate told Kaiser to stop eating so much salami, and then they left. That was very funny.
Eating so much salami. God.
That was funny. That was real good. Kate and Kaiser are just... They're so funny. So I really enjoyed that moment. And then the second one we got was King Khan talking to Griffey Nooms, King Arthur Nooms, if you will. Barbarian walks up to them, congratulating them for their match. And he was like, "Hey, listen, guys. I know, I get it. Gucci wasn't there because he was out doing some mission that would benefit the exchange." And Griff was like, "Listen, man, we just told Jen that we're going to be playing for ourselves and we're not going to be on the exchange anymore. We don't want to look like liars."
Yeah.
Because we just made that announcement live. And Barbarian's like, "When have we ever had a problem with lying on the exchange?" And he's like, "Listen, I want you guys to stay. I want you back. But also I got a match coming up with Hannah and Gucci won't be able to be there because of, the aforementioned mission. And I kind of need a stand-in manager."
Yeah.
And out of the goodness and graciousness of his royal heart,
his royalness, Royal Highness,
His Excellency, King Khan accepts for a one-time deal because of all they've been through on their faction together.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting direction to go in. The fact that they're like, "No, we're done, but yes, I'll stand in for you." I don't know if we think that they'll join back up with Gucci. That would be kind of odd to be like, we're gone, and then a week later it's like, "Nah, never mind, you guys are cool." So I don't know.
He's a drug addict. He's not a drug addict. You make me die.
Way to make a very, very specific, obscure Scrubs reference. Good Lord.
I love this show. It's favorite show of all time.
We got
all-time favorite show.
When we have more time on our hands, we should do a Scrubs trivia Schmoedown.
I challenge Alex Damon to Schmoedown. So Scrubs Schmoedown trivia match.
Exhibition. Scrubs match.
We'll hold it ourselves.
Yeah,
damn it.
We'll do it live.
do it ourselves.
But yeah, interesting. And there was also somebody who was like, it's interesting that the exchange now, assuming that Griff and
Nooms
Khan aren't on the exchange anymore. So that makes the exchange
the Barbarian and
Gold Leader. And it's like, didn't they win Faction of the Year last year and now everything's falling apart?
It's all falling apart. Soul's right.
Spies everywhere.
We watched too much Star Wars.
But yeah. Yikes. Big time yikes.
Yeah.
God. Anyways, it was an interesting observation to make. Like, faction of the year, we're the best faction of the year. Oh my God, the dossier, whatever. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, well, we're down to Barbarian and Gold Leader.
It's like you could have just kept like Razor and Lomas, and there you go.
Yeah, because they fractured off. And Nooms and Connor fracturing off. So I don't know, man. Turmoil.
Yeah.
In the exchange.
Yeah. Turmoil has engulfed the exchange.
As soon as I said that word, I knew you were going to do that. As soon as I said that word. But yeah, it's almost reminiscent of the fracture in the exchange when you were on it.
Yeah.
So history repeats itself, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it was, all those personalities, especially when I was on, all those
big personalities,
high profile competitors. I mean, I wasn't a huge profile competitor by the time, when I joined, but by the time the season ended, I made a name for myself. But yeah, I mean, a lot of personality on the exchange. Sometimes it melds, sometimes it doesn't.
I guess that's what happens when because the exchange has been known for big personalities, and sometimes that just doesn't work out. So an interesting observation, if you will. But yeah, lots of interesting directions taking place on this last Titans.
Yes.
So as always, as per usual, it makes me very curious to see what's going to happen this week. Although I know that this week is going to be tremendous just because of that title match.
Yeah.
So it's spectacular, revisited with Shazam King Arthur 2. Oh boy. So yeah, it was a week. I feel like every Titans we're getting all these high profile matches from this point on, like title matches, number one contender matches, free for all. Well, it's mid-year, baby.
So yeah,
mid-year. It's gonna be a big week. I mean, not only do we know that on Friday we eagerly anticipate this match and whatever the undercard happens to be, we also get the finale of Kenobi this week.
Oh yes, that's right.
Oh my God, is Qui-Gon gonna appear? Who knows? I hope so.
I hope so. They've been teasing it all series.
Why would you have him in like the first episode, like Master, if you weren't gonna somehow? So we'll see. We'll see
what happens, but yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap this show up here because
big week,
a
lot of things happening.
Yeah. So with that, Star Wars competitor Nicki Dimalanta, where can they find you online?
Twitter. You can find me on Twitter, Dimmy, DIMMMYYY.
As for me, Twitter and Instagram at Drew Dimalanta, DIMALANTA, and on TikTok at Rogue Leader Drew. I'm almost to 8,000.
Ooh.
Get me there, please. I'm so close to 8,000. I'm thinking like 7,900.
When you get to 9,000 plus, can you make yourself Goku?
You spoiled. That's exactly what I'm going to do. for that, when I get like over 9,000, do the whole. Everybody does it.
I was going to say, feel free to cut this out.
No, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Okay.
It's over 9,000.
Whoops. Great minds.
Yeah. But yes, so if you're listening to this on audio form, please follow the feed and rate us.
And if you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, click the bell icon in the lower right-hand corner to see when we do things on YouTube. We did just drop a rad.
Yes, that was listening. But this week we'll be doing a Going Rogue to recap and give our thoughts on Kenobi.
Okay.
Because I do want to start doing more Going Rogues because people are expressing interest in it. So yeah, I definitely want to start doing more of that. It won't be. I think we're gonna maybe do like every other week or something. Maybe every other week we'll switch between.
We can't even keep up Rad every week. So
yeah, Rad. We'll switch between Rad and Kenobi. But yeah. I want to give my thoughts on Kenobi. Just get them out there on some platform because I don't like doing it on TikTok.
Too short form.
Yeah. Well. Also,
got a lot of thoughts in your head.
I got a lot of thoughts in my head, and also those videos don't do too well on my page. The lip syncing stuff does very well on my page, so that's what I'm gonna stick to.
Fair.
As my formula, I'm sticking to it.
Fair.
Yes. So thank you for joining us on this episode of Beyond the Schmoedown. We'll see you guys next time.